to another episode of Judgmental AF. I am your host, Kent Black, the TrapGod, TrapGod Bravo if you know me. And I'm here to tell you that we are back. Yeah, I know it's weird here. We say we are back. And for the audio listeners, it's just me here today. The gracious Patt couldn't be here today. But that's okay. We're going to keep it rocking. We're going to keep it moving. I miss him today, but that just means I don't have the voice of reason to have my back today. So I'll try to reel myself back in. We'll try to keep this train rolling. And the first thing's up, I have merch. Think about that. Me, little old me with merch. Rocking the good old TrapGod Bravo here. Really nice. And I also have a secondary shirt for when this one inevitably gets taken off because, laws and whatnot. But that's okay. I digress. For today's episode, we will be talking about dating apps and the toxicity that exists within them. So the first thing that we should talk about is, what was I looking for when I was on dating apps? And the answer is simple. Companionship. Sounds corny, I know. And, a lot of people probably think that I'm bullshitting and I was just looking for one night stands. But that's not true. That ain't me. It's not the type of guy that I am. I was just looking for someone to talk to. Someone to hang out with every once in a while. If we did the nasty, we did it. And I hope it was fun. But, for the most part, I was looking for someone to spend time with and, to make my own. And, hey, that's what it's there for. And, it just goes straight into the first topic that I have on hand, which is the toxicity of expectations on these dating apps. Oh my God. You know what's really toxic? That everyone thinks that dating apps are for hooking up and not for actual dating. I have a surprise for you. That's only POF. POF is there for hooking up. No other reason. I've never met nothing good has ever happened from POF. Trust me, I was up there for a while. There were not plenty of fish out in that sea. And it's broke. I don't know, man. POF, it blessed me with a lot of stories. And it also cursed me with a lot of stories. Stories that I don't want to get into today, mostly because I don't really remember them. But, oh well. And what we talk about when we talk about expectations, fun fact, ladies, you don't have to post on your bios that you're not looking to hook up. Statistically, 80% of people on all dating apps, Tinder included, are not looking to hook up. They're actually looking to date people. They're looking for a long-term thing, at the very least a sustainable thing. So, you should be putting up, I'm not looking for a friends with benefits, not I'm not looking to hook up. Because, quite frankly, it's two different things. Two completely different things. Friends with benefits is way better than hooking up. I would never just hook up with a person once. Like, you gotta hit at least 3 full times before you move on to the next person. Like, that's math. Like, it's only logical. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, and with those expectations come the expectations of guys. And it's so toxic because guys, like, you can't go on a dating app thinking that you're gonna, like, match with a chick at 10 and be smashing by 1. Like, I mean, maybe it works out for you. I know that's what's like the point of Tinder, and that's what a lot of people say they do. I don't know. I don't have any personal experience with it. Never worked out for me that way. And I personally wouldn't want to meet up with a person that I met at 10 o'clock and they was trying to meet me like on that day, because you're probably going to get robbed. Modern day, people that do that, they're not hooking up. They're robbing you. They got a bunch of dudes waiting around the corner. So as soon as you pull up, you're going to think you're going to get some hanky-panky, and they going to come to spank your ass, hit you upside the head with a pistol, and then take all your shit. Be safe out there, fellas. goons is watching. And with that said, my fellas, my dudes, my confidants, we gotta talk to you, man. You gotta bring it in. You gotta come be judged for a second. Because I don't know what it is about men and social media these days. Dating apps in particular. You can't lead with your dick, bro. Like you just can't do it. It doesn't make sense. No woman in the history of life, no matter how big or small your dick is, has ever seen a picture of your dick and thought, I want that in and around my mouth. Not without talking to you first, not without seeing you first. I'm pretty sure there are some women that have seen a dick and were just like, yo, I need that in and around my mouth. But those guys that owned the dicks, they were rich. They had money. At the very least, they thought they had money. Like, you gotta have a certain presentation in order to get those dick pics off so quick. And y'all just be like throwing them out like they candy. Guys, kings, respect yourself, please. You know, we all know black men don't cheat. And next we have to push we have to push this so much. Men don't expose themselves. Keep your nudes because they are precious. And just like women, they can be used against you. And trust me, you don't want to be that guy whose nudes is flying through the group chats, being shared between this girl and that girl and every other girl around town. Because they're just talking shit about you, bro. Trust me, man. Like, I learned my lesson the hard way as a young man, thinking that, you know, even when they ask for it, it's a good idea. It's not. It's not. I never sent unsolicited dick pics to anybody. I like to get that clear before anybody tries to come for me. It's never unsolicited. Dick pics also never got me anywhere with anybody. They just didn't. Like, they were just like, oh, okay. They had a lot of nice words to say about me. I didn't get anywhere. You know why? Because women like substance. And the substance in me, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. Sorry. So, you know, them's the breaks, guys. And the next part about it, dudes, like, so many women have told me this, that I've either gone on dates with, that I've known, that I've been cool with, that I'm friends with, that are my home slice girlfriends. Stop asking for nudes, guys. Like, they don't know you, dude. Like, you gotta take them for a date before you ask them for, like, a picture of their titties. Like, what? That doesn't, what? Come on, guys. Go out for dinner first. If you buy them dinner, yeah, maybe they'll send you some nude pics. Or one of the girls that's got their Cash Apps in their profiles. Just ask them for their nudes. They already give you the Cash App. They already asking for money. Why not go ahead and make that an even exchange? I'll take your nudes. Here's some money. Fair exchange. Everyone's happy at the end. She get a little bit of extra change. She gets to throw you a picture of somebody else's titties that she found on the internet because Megan told her to. And everybody wins. And you get to think that you saw her titties. Like, I mean, fuck. Like, what does it matter? If you're not smashing, nudes are worthless. So, me personally, I say smash and then get the nudes. That's just me. That's how I roll. Unless she's like really into sexting, in which case, learn my lesson about that one. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Just don't fall for that, man. Because you might be getting catfished if, you know, she's just trying to send nudes and take your nudes. And there are a lot of people that are just collectors out there. And that's why they don't want to send you nudes. They don't want you collecting their stuff. They don't want you, like, you being like celebrities. Like, celebrities get caught up with their nudes all the time by people that they didn't send them to. Like, it's worse if you're not rich already. Like, you get all the downside and none of the, like, fallback plan. Like, a celebrity's career can like escalate or get a good bump from fans because their nudes leaked. A professional woman's news leaking does nothing for her career. No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember them titties. Let me go hire her. Just doesn't work, man. It makes them look bad, and it really sucks because it's just bad. It's a bad society for women and the double standards that they have to deal with. Because, I mean, as precious as their nudes are, like we should really like appreciate them more for those. We really should. But they get looked down upon in the workplace and stuff. And for whatever reason, like we think that it's something that's like unprofessional that you would do this in your personal time. It's ridiculous, guys. Don't do it. It's toxic. We all know why you want nudes. You're just collecting them. Whenever you get married, you're gonna end up having to delete them all anyway. Such a bad moment, sad moment when a man has to delete his nudes. But I digress. It's toxic. Cut it out, guys. If you're gonna ask for nudes, make sure you're smashing. That way you get the best of both worlds. Like, it only makes sense, guys. Only makes sense. And then it comes to the ladies. Women on dating apps are, what's the word that I'm looking for? They're not sociable. Their social skills are lacking. I would dare to say that they don't have much of a personality, particularly the pretty ones. But with that being said, I've seen a lot throughout the years, and the one that really gets to me, that really like grinds my gears, are women that say that if you don't have the ability to converse, to have an intelligent conversation with them, there's no need for you to talk to them, which is a very respectable thing to say. Something that people should take into account. Hey, I want more than just a hey, what you doing? I don't what you doing me to death. Why you just saying hey all the time? Why you just ask me what you doing? Come up with something, fucking talk to me. Which they deserve to be talked to with respect. With that said, the women that typically post this don't have the ability or conversation skills to go beyond a hey, what you doing? They just don't. And it's funny because I've actually asked someone before, and I was like, it's really annoying back in the day when I would like talk to a person and then they would just like shut down on the conversation. They'd be like, hey, I want to talk to you. And they literally say to me, hey, how are you doing? So I say, how are you doing back, start a conversation. And then they either drop the conversation and go ghost altogether, or they start giving me like one word answers and they're not really trying to converse back, and they're trying to make me have a one-sided conversation. And that's really annoying. And it's super toxic, ladies. And the reason why it's toxic is because, like I said, it's annoying. It's toxic because it doesn't make any sense. Don't ask for something that you can't have. That's why I used to think to myself, if you can't get past the hey, how you doing stage, what the fuck does it make sense for me to ask you about politics? Most of you bitches don't fucking watch the news. Like, what's the point of asking you about the stars and aliens? You don't pay attention to that type of stuff. Why would we waste our times with conversation that you're not interested in having? You want me to make you think, but you don't want to think, or you don't want to add to the conversation. You don't even want to ask me how I'm doing. Like, I'm not some kind of meat stick. There's more to me than, like, tits and ass. Like, don't treat me like that. That's why, man, so toxic. Just the thought of it makes me sick. Not really. I'm just joking. But, like I said, it's such a toxic thing, and a good conversation is a horrible thing to waste. And, I've had the opportunity to have like a lot of really good conversations. I feel like I've made like some solid friends throughout the years with women that I used to talk to or that I thought I was talking to, but not really. And the the person that I actually asked, because I went on a tangent there. Sorry guys, warned you it might happen. Her response to me was, hey, well, maybe your conversation is dry. Maybe she's not interested in you. Maybe it's something wrong with you, which was the typical woman response that I expected to have. No offense, ladies. You try to defend your own, and I respect you. I try to do the same. But it doesn't always apply. And you can't like no one can say that if someone has a dry conversation when all you let them get off was, hey, like you wouldn't expect someone to walk up to you and start asking you about astrophysics in a bar or in a club. In fact, a lot of women make a point to say, hey, how are you doing? Should be the very first thing that you ask them. What's your name? Before you ask them for their number. And with, dating apps, most dating apps have your name up there already, so there's no real reason to ask what anybody's name is. But, man, it's such an awkward thing. It really is. And then you have the second type of woman. I'm going to say it's toxic, but it's more annoying than anything. It's women that are just there for followers. They don't have any real goal. They're not looking to meet anybody. 9 times out of 10, they deleted the app off their phone months, if not years ago. All they want, they're in a happy relationship right now. They're just pretty. They posted up some cute pics on there. So then they left their IG, Instagrams, or their Snapchats so they can build up their followers. Them thirsty niggas fucking trying to holler at them. So you'll like, oh, I'm not really on this app, I don't get notifications to my phone. Yeah, okay. There are just so many notifications on my phone, like I can't possibly go through them all, which I do believe. I've seen a woman's Tinder and Instagram DMs before. Them shits is crazy. Man, I don't get that kind of attention though. So you don't get that much sympathy from me. Sorry. And so the woman that goes after followers, I mean, you do what you do. I guess it would make more sense to me if you were like an Instagram model. That would make a lot more sense. Of course you try to get your followers up. That's how you make your money. If you got a business, of course that's how you get your followers up. That's how you make your money. But if you just a regular page, like, what you need followers for? Like, 500 niggas just like liking all your thirst traps mean. I guess if it makes you feel better. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. And final thing about women. If you're not about that Cash App life, don't put your Cash App on your dating profiles. I don't know if you know this, but it screams whore. Sorry, it just does. And not the whore I have sex a lot, like prostitute. Because we all know Backpage got shut down. It's been down for a while. So those women, those girls, they had to go somewhere. And guess where they went? They went to dating apps and profiles. And Cash App is a pretty decent way to get money and for people to transfer money to you. And with OnlyFans now and everything, everybody's just selling their news like hotcakes. Like, if you're not about that Cash App life and talking about how about you got to send me money before I'll talk to you, yeah, I think you're a prostitute now. And I feel like that's fair. I don't understand how, there's a confusion here. If I have to give you money, I feel like my man's Riley said it best, I'm paying, so that makes her a hoe. I don't want to treat you like that. That's why I've never went that route with anyone. If I got to pay you money to talk to you, this ain't going to work out because I need sugar mamas in my life, baby. I need people that's going somewhere. I need women that's doing something. Like, you ain't got to give me money necessarily, but I need you to take care of your own stuff because I have no intention of paying for a chick's way of life. Not to mention, like, if I walk away or disappear, like, what are you going to do then? Like, you don't want to take care of yourself? You don't want to buy your own stuff? You don't want to, like, what if I walk into a relationship, buy all your furniture, and then when I leave, man, I'm like, nah, I want my furniture back, nigga. Like, fuck you mean? But, hey, man, be safe out there, ladies. Be safe. If you're not about that Cash App life, don't post your Cash App because dudes is expecting nudes if I'm sending you money off rip. And if you're not expecting it, like, you're going to be real salty when that dude, like, cuss you out or say some real vile stuff to you. And I'm on your side. He shouldn't be talking to you like that. But if you ask for it, he shouldn't be talking to you like that. But you're kind of not doing yourself any favors. Come on, guys. If 80% of people are looking for a boyfriend, girlfriend, or future spouse, like, that means y'all treating 100% of people like the 20% that are just trying to hook up. So, do with that information what you will. Maybe you can think of it for later. I don't know. And the next thing that super toxic about dating apps is catfishing. That's still a thing. Like, it's surprising that it's still a thing, but it's still a thing. Like, people like Cash App with other people's pictures. I saw that a couple years ago. And that shit's wild. I never really understood the purpose of catfishing with someone else's picture. Like, I always thought, well, at some point you're gonna have to meet up, right? But after watching the show Catfish, I guess not. I mean, if you just sending somebody money that you never met because you thought they was cute and you just doing a long distance relationship inside your head, I kind of guess that's on you, man. Like, you should have asked for a FaceTime or something. Like, Jesus. So that's wild. People be collecting your nudes through these like catfishing opportunities. Mind you, I don't know if there's any dudes like catfishing women. I don't know. I haven't really heard of it that much. But I know for a fact there's a lot of men catfishing women, pretending to be other women and sending them nudes so that they can get nudes from you. Because women are just more open with other women. And I don't know. I guess I know why. Y'all feel like women ain't gonna violate y'all like a man would. Well, I guess makes sense. But at the same time, yeah, that's weird. And that's another thing about women that I've noticed that I get from other women and I get from friends. Women that post that they're just looking for friends, and then when they but then they try to hook up with other. What they really want is a friends with benefits with other women, or they want to try to trick a girl into joining them and their boyfriend for a three-way. That's toxic, B. That's mad toxic. Like, why are you trying to trick people into like being a friends with benefits or into a three-way? That doesn't even make sense, ladies. Cut that shit out. That's weird. Stop. That's gay. Fuck. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Anyway, stop. Cut it out. Don't do that. Ladies, like, at some point, like, you gotta not be the person that's just gonna be like, hey, if I just be friends with another woman, I can do stuff with her, right? Like, it's not okay. And from the female friends and the women that I've talked to, they don't like that shit. I've never seen anybody that was cool with it. They were just like, oh, well, yeah, I will happily be your friends with benefits. I was just looking for someone to go to the club with and to like party because, I don't really have that many friends. And after school, really no way of meeting anybody outside of work. But yeah, I'll gladly go do sex stuff with you. That was weird. Sex stuff. But yeah, let the lesbian activity lead the conversation. Don't try to be in the background of it. Don't try to like be slick and sneaky about it. Just let that thing rock the way it's supposed to. Back to catfishing now. People, it's a really hard thing to say, but I'm gonna try to work this thing out. So it's really toxic when you try to change or alter the way you look for dating apps to try to attract more people. Because, I mean, yeah, I guess you can trick somebody into the conversation, but at some point they have to meet you. And if they're not into what you're selling, like, unless you manage to talk them into, like, just talking to you for a month so that your personality can shine through the darkness and blind them, like, your body is apparently gonna, if what you're hiding is really what they're not into, like, they're gonna reject you once they see you. It is what it is, man. I've been there. Women don't like short guys. Hey, you know, it is what it is. You just gotta take your licks and keep it moving. But for the fact that men try to make themselves look skinnier in their pictures, ew. Like, come on, guys. Like, women don't even like have a thing against like fat dudes as nearly as much, unless you're like super obese. But even then, like you can still find a chick that's into big guys because they like cuddly bears and they think you're warm and maybe you are. Like, I hope so. Yeah, I'm in the middle, and you know, you don't have to do that, guys. Trying to make yourselves look taller. I get it. The whole like, hey, if he ain't 6 foot tall, he ain't a real man thing is like really toxic and really annoying for guys, considering the fact that it's something there's no way that you could possibly change. But find you a nice short girl. Nice little 5 foot girl that ain't crazy enough to think that all the guys she has to date are like 6'3" and up. Like, find you a nice one of them. Find you a nice, like, super tall girl that's like 6'2" or 6'3", and she's just used to people not treating her nice because she's so tall. So she has to like, so she's actually okay with dating down. Well, not dating down, but dating short guys. Because there's nothing wrong with that. And personal experience, tall women like short guys. Like the really tall ones. Not like the just like 5'9" ones so they're above average height. But yeah, they tend to like short guys. They don't think that they can date them because of society, and they think that guys don't like tall girls. But me personally, I climb them trees. I do it. I haven't had the opportunity to. I think my tallest girl's been like 5'9", maybe 5'10". But yeah. If I was in the market for it, I'd definitely do it. But women, I don't know who you think you're fooling. I don't know what's the purpose, but guys have come hip to the game. If you take all your shots ass first at an angle, yeah, we know you got a gut. It's pretty fair. If you do all your shots with your butt on the seat on the sink, yeah, we know you ain't got no ass. We can accept that. That's okay. If you got all your shots from like here up, well, I can see that you have nice breasts, ma'am, and I assume there's a stomach underneath them. Like, it's very rare for a woman that's not a little bit tubby to not post pictures like that. Most skinny women love to fucking show off the fact that they small. And, you know, the thing is, you don't have to hide it. You don't. Like, trust me, you might not get nearly as many guys, But I've seen plenty of women post up the, yeah, I'm a BBW. If you're not with BBWs, get lost. And they killing it. I don't know if they really killing it. I don't know what they inbox looking like. I don't know who talking to them. They might just get jerks that are into fat chicks or jerks that think that fat girls ain't got no options, so they gonna mess with them. I hope not. Fat women deserve love. I stand with you. Be strong, sisters. And even if you're not black, still be strong, sisters. But it be like that. And I think that's all we have for today's episode. You know, like, comment, subscribe, please follow, share it with your friends if you like what I had to say. Share it with your friends so they can like it too. If you didn't like what I had to say, share it with your friends so y'all can all shit on me together. Let's have a nice little conversation in the comment section about how much we all hate being on dating apps, but we can't live without them because we're so antisocial. Feel free to check out my new merch. I got this design. I also have another design that I'll probably wear on the next episode. Pat, when you get back, just know, brother, I'm keeping it strong until you get back to us. And he can decide whether he wants to fill you guys in on what's happening. I do apologize for the delay. It's been a lot going on with life, and it got a little hectic. I really didn't want to do this episode by myself because I was afraid of stuff I might say. But I feel pretty confident about this. I feel good about this. And hopefully I didn't rant too much. And peace be with you.